Hi, everybody. I'm glad to be on the call with you today. Just want to give you a quick update about what's going on at Kilauea volcano. So the eruptions are still continuing from the two sites at both the summit and in the lower East Rift Zone. And the lower East Rift Zone vents have activity has started to move from the furthest eastern vents, and it started to kind of go back towards the west. So we're still seeing a little bit of activity, which is the vent that's furthest to the east. So at 17, I think I said 17, but here we are again, 17. The fountaining is very low at that vent, and there's no progression of the flow front, so it's still just in the same location that it has been on our maps for several days. Moving a little bit to the west, 22 is active, 19 is active, 6, and then 5 or 13 in that area, and 23. So overnight and into the morning, we're seeing just a really long line of low fountains occurring from these fissures. Number 22 seems to still have the main focus of activity, with heights going up to, again, about 200 feet above the vent level for the fountain heights. And then the fountains a little bit further to the west from there are producing heights of closer to 60 feet or so, 60 to 100 feet. And the lava flows from those are issuing towards the south, and the ocean entry is still active. It has started to propagate towards the west. So there's a wide swath of abandoned ocean entry channel on the eastern edge of where the ocean entry is now. There are the area to the north of the active fissure line is relatively blocked by there's spatter ramparts, so it's like walls of lava that get built up as the fountains are bubbling out and shooting up the spatter, and the spatter's landing on this wall. So it's creating a kind of a blockade from lava moving to the north in the areas, at least through the 2019-6 fissure area. And moving to the summit, we saw an explosion last night at just after 10 p.m. that pushed up ash plume to about 8,000 or 9,000 feet above sea level. That was captured in radar imagery. Sometime this week, we're going to get some more detection equipment installed at the summit. There's going to be an antenna that will capture electric charges, so that will help us to determine what's going on in the plume. I don't have a whole lot of information about that, so I won't be able to answer specific questions. And I'm not sure when that will be coming, but that's just another way that we're going to be detecting the summit activity. Earthquakes at the summit are still elevated, and the summit is still subsiding. There are explosive events that push up the plume at least 2 times a day, and people will be experiencing ashfall downwind. There are smaller explosive events that are also occurring intermixed in between there, and they are still producing ash, so there's just kind of it's not a continuous outpouring of ash, but there's just pulses of more vigorous ash and less vigorous ash that's coming out of the summit. And then, going back down to the lower East Rift Zone, the earthquake activity it's pretty stable. It's just continuing on about the same rate that we have been seeing over the past few days. And deformation is showing that the rift zone is not inflating per se or deflating, but it is widening to accommodate the magma beneath the system. That's it for the geologic update.
Thank you, Wendy. Yesterday you spoke briefly about the methane explosions, and since then we've gotten quite a few emails from reporters asking about methane explosions and about the blue flames that we posted on our Facebook page. Could you very briefly say something about that again today? I think some of those people may be listening on the line.
Yeah, sure. So when methane burns, it burns with these blue flames. So you see an image on our website and on our Facebook page that's showing these blue flames. they're coming up through road cracks. So what's going on is that when lava interacts with a vegetated ground surface, it's going to burn the ground surface, burn the vegetation, and that causes methane gas to form. The methane gas will flow through the ground, through cracks that are already existing, and will come up wherever there is a place for them to come up. So in the instance of the images on our website, they're coming up through cracks in the road. People have seen them, these blue flames in vegetated areas that are several feet away from the fronts of the lava flows, and they're definitely something to be aware of, because if the methane gets trapped underground and it's ignited, then it can cause a very large explosion, which will throw blocks several meters away from the location from the explosion site.
Hawaiian Volcano Observatory reports a new lava flow is expected to enter the ocean east of Mackenzie State Park. Eruption activity continues in the lower East Rift Zone. The middle portion of the Fisher System is the most active, with flows and ground cracking in the area of Leilani Estates and Lani Puna Garden. Due to volcanic activity, information on Puna Geothermal Venture is provided for your awareness. The situation remains stable as lava has not encroached further onto PGV property. County, state, and federal crews are on the scene and monitoring for sulfur dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. There is no hydrogen sulfide detected at this time. Frequent ash emissions continue at the Kilauea summit. Take action to avoid exposure to ash. To help our residents, we are distributing free masks for ash protection. Distribution runs tonight through Friday from 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Masks will be distributed at Ocean View Community Center, Na'aleu Community Center, Pahala Community Center, Cooper Center, and Shipman Gym in KL. Each person may receive up to 3 masks. Masks do not protect against gases and vapors. They will only provide filtering for ash. Due to the current activity, residents downrift should be prepared to voluntarily evacuate at a moment's notice. Stay alert to messages issued by Civil Defense. We are on watch 24 hours a day for your safety. This is your Hawaii County Civil Defense Agency.
It's ever changing. You just don't know what to expect from one day to the next. Yesterday it was 2 small fountains of lava just shooting up, and one smaller one, the one closest over here was a little bit taller, and it was just one continuous fountain shooting up, and then you come down here today and it's like undescribable. I mean, it's like I can't even tell you how high that's getting into the air, but it's got to be 300 feet. And yesterday they were probably max of about maybe 100 feet, between 75 and 100 feet. So today the increased volume with those 2 going on simultaneously, and it looks like they're basically in the same spot, except they're just so huge. It's really hard to gauge exactly where they were yesterday, but they appear to be pretty much in the same place.
Oh, we just saw a phenomenal fountain at the end of Kahakai Street. It's the end now because the lava rolled across it, wiping out the entire northeast section of Leilani Estates. The fountains were going is between 6, 19, 22. The fissures now are all just rolling into one another, and they're shooting hundreds of feet in the air. Kahokai intersected with Pohoiki, and that intersection is no longer there. It's gone. It's covered with lava. And the other, if you turn right, that was the edge of Leilani Estates. There's a couple streets that came off of it, all gone. Right now it's a lava lake. Closest residence from the edge of the lava was within 75 feet of the edge of the lava flow, and a lot of the photographers were staying overnight there with the owner's permission, saying that within 24 hours that home could be demolished.
I wished it would end so we could get back home into our homes. That's exactly what I wish, and nobody else lose their homes. I mean, this is beautiful to look at, but it is destructive for a lot of people who have homes down here on the bottom. we have a dog that has respiratory problems, so we come down during the day just to have a sense of normalcy, cut the grass, take care of the yard, fix dinner, and then we go back to the senior citizen center in Pahoa.
On my sulfur dioxide ratings that we got from the Hawaii Fire Department, it was about 1 to 0.3, fluctuating with the wind. It stayed relatively low. The winds were perfect, blowing all the sulfur dioxide over the lava lake away from us. Good for us on that side of the lava lake, but anybody on that other side of Leilani Estates and Lower Puna, they're really catching the SO2. That northeast section of Leilani is within half a mile of Puna geothermal. Right, you can see it. If you just turn your head and you look, there's PGV, and there's some fountains, so it's really close to one another. Yeah, the University of Hawaii Hilo does some mapping with drones that really helps Hawaii County. They fly over grid patterns over the flow, and they're able to feed that information back to Hawaii County. And every morning, they get an update from the scientists at UH Hilo, and that intelligence really helps provide information to the county so they can make decisions for their residents. The lava, just to see, it's amazing. And you just think it's the sight, but it's the smell, it's the heat that radiates off of it. It never looks the same in the fountain. And you realize that stuff is so beautiful, but it affects people's lives. So you look at it with a grain of salt, and you're like, it's beautiful, but my goodness, it's very disruptive. You know, with these lava lakes and lava flows, the gases, with this much lava, there are a lot of gases out there. So please stay tuned to Hawaii County's announcements about the sulfur dioxide for your safety. The latest information is there. We want to make sure that people are safe with that gas.
Hawaiian Volcano Observatory reports eruption activity continues in the lower East Rift Zone. The middle portion of the fissure system continues to be the most active. There are 3 lava flows entering the ocean between Pohoiki Bay and Mackenzie State Park. Lava eruption continues in the area of Leilani Estates and Lani Puna Gardens from Fissure 22, which is feeding the 2 other ocean entries. Fissure 7 reactivated this morning and is actively fountaining lava. The flow is moving towards the east into Leilani Estates. It has covered Kaupili and Mohala streets between Leilani Avenue and the Fissure line. Due to frequent ash emissions at the Kilauea summit and increased sulfur dioxide emissions, residents should take action to limit exposure. Due to the volcanic activity, the following policies are in effect. Be aware of the laze hazard and stay away from any ocean plume. Residents downrift of the lava flows should be prepared to voluntarily evacuate at a moment's notice. For more information about the ocean entries and the most up-to-date maps, visit the USGS Hawaiian Volcanoes Observatory's website. Residents can learn more about current sulfur dioxide emission levels and forecasts by visiting the University of Hawaii's Fog Measurement and Prediction Project website. Due to the current activity, stay alert to messages issued by Civil Defense. We are on watch 24 hours a day for your safety. This is your Hawaii County Civil Defense Agency.